This episode of Road Soda is brought to you by Subsonic.
Subsonic. Come out and see us behind the Sonic. And that's any Sonic in America. You can go into a Sonic and get what? A burger? Hot dog? Some kind of slushy thing? You don't want that shit. Pick up a Rise and Shine on your way to work. That's 3 cigarettes, a bologna sandwich, and a pint of schnapps. Or how about a Spanky meal? It's a Schlitz Tallboy, bologna sandwich, and a penthouse. We got 3,500 locations nationwide. No drive-through, no waiting. Just pull up, buy your sack. It's cash only, and you better move quick or the deal goes bad. You know where we are. Look for the van by the dumpster.
Hello and thank you for popping the top on this here roadie soda. This here road soda popper. The only podcast that's fizzy. On this episode, there's news. Alright folks, so here's the deal, yo. Let's right up at the top. This is a road soda shot, if you will. I want to say that right at the beginning. We're just going to do the news today. So as everybody knows, I did lose my job, and then I did get a new job. But this new job only pays twice a month. So the deal is, I get paid here on the 5th. So what is happening here is that, I'm running down to the wire, and I'm trying to really map out where and when I'm spending my gas and all that stuff. So it just didn't work out by happenstance to go meet up with Justin to do this week's episode. I had already left my house and went to work, and then the only day he was able to do it was on Friday, so I would have had to double back and get my laptop. But let's stop right here and say this. Justin is hands down one of the most amazing friends that I've ever had, and one of the best people I've ever met. And I'm saying this now and not in front of him, because that's the kind of guy he is, and it's probably better that I am saying this now. If he ever listens to it, that's one thing. But the first episode that we recorded after I had lost my job, now Justin showed up to record with a brown paper bag, and he handed it to me, and it was filled with it was 2 ounces of cocaine. He said, if you sell this, you'll have a lot of money and you'll be all right. No, what he did show up with a brown paper bag, and he handed it to me. And he says, I know things are tough and things are hard, so I hope that this helps. And I opened it up, and it was a bunch of gift cards. It was a gift card for Wawa gas station, a gift card for Chipotle, and a gift card for Publix to go out and get some, groceries and stuff. And I shit you not, they helped incredibly, immensely, and the kindness and generosity that comes from that man is amazing, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate him. However, things are tough, and we'll get back to another episode. As I said, I get paid this coming week, so everybody rejoice. We'll get some money out here. We'll do okay, but don't worry, things aren't that tough. It's just, you live kind of thin. Things happen. You get put in situations. You got to fucking deal with it. That's what happens. So, but here we are. So this is a road soda shot. We're going to do some news, and then you guys can be on to your next podcast, and you can be into work. You can do whatever you want. I just wanted to touch base with you real quick. I know that we had some people writing in. I know at least Grant called in, and he also wrote in. I want to save it for next week when we're with Justin. I just want to do the news, because we're also going to save the Millennial Book Club, because I think we're going to have a good conversation about that, as well as the arcade. Now, if you guys played the arcade, so just as a reminder, this week's arcade is What the Golf, and we're also watching Altered Carbon. So if you've partaken in any of that stuff, we're going to be talking about it next week and along with the rest of the show. But for now, here is your news.
This episode of Road Soda is brought to you by White Castle PCS.
White Castle PCS, your favorite fast food restaurant, now offers even faster cell service. Come in for the royal treatment, the sack of sliders and a cell meal. It's the only meal that comes with a smartphone, the Whiteberry. The Whiteberry is the fastest fast food smartphone on the market. Unlimited talk, unlimited text, and unlimited taste. White Castle PCS offers cell coverage within 20 yards of all White Castle locations. Text using WhiteTap, and you get 25% off our mouth-watering slider sacks. Come for the sliders, stay for the cell service. White Castle PCS.
Nothing new. It's the news. That's right. Here we are. I know that this is why everyone shows up. It's why I show up, at least. Let's see what we got here. In today's news, what a shitty hawk. That's my title there. It's what a shitty hawk. Shitty hawk. Welcome to a shitty hawk. Shitty. This is blind deaf dog survives being snatched by hawk, owner says. This fits into the category of news. It's like, why the fuck is that news? But at the same time, I'm very happy that it's news. Whitehall, Pennsylvania. A Pennsylvania pet owner was horrified when she said a hawk scooped up her blind and deaf toy poodle. Let's take a guess, okay? Now, I haven't read this, and you haven't read this, but I'm going to guess that this dog wasn't born blind and deaf. It's blind and deaf because it's probably like fucking 20, all right? Let's keep reading. Deborah Falcione, sounds like a crazy dog owner, calls her little clan of dogs. See? She's more than one. She keeps them like fucking prisoners. Dogs, her life. She calls them her life. Man, I am so good at this. But she said after what happened Thursday, she wasn't sure if she'd see her 16-year-old dog, Portia, again. It's not spelled like... It's... So Porsche... And when you say Porsche around a pretentious asshole that owns a Porsche, it's Portia. She spelt it phonetically. So it's Porschia, not Porsche like the car, or Portia. But you still say it the same. So nobody could fuck up her dog's name. Anyway, this hits close to home. First of all, yeah, that's a shitty hawk. Come on. You can't pick off a blind, deaf, old fucking dog. Like, you can't, like, what, you call yourself a fucking hawk? It's a give me. It's the center space in fucking bingo. Come on. You just take that thing. Or maybe the hawk got in close and realized this dog's fucking 16. That's gonna upset my stomach. That's like bad Chinese food or something. All I can do is thank God for the miracle, because I don't know how else this dog could have survived. I'll tell you who's not thanking God. I'll tell you who not. It's the fucking dog. The dog, there's nothing natural about a 16-year-old poodle. There's nothing natural. I mean, let me tell you a story. We used to have a Shih Tzu. My parents, we got it when I was like 6 or 7, and then my parents had it I had moved out. The dog lived to be about 16. Okay, now imagine taking humans. Imagine taking like a good solid human, okay, and then making it fuck just the same kind of humans over and over again until their bodies started morphing and looking different, like their arms started getting longer, or maybe you just had a bunch of little dwarfs running around, or maybe you like the way the human's eyes like kind of bulged out of their head. All right, that's like what dogs are. Like all dogs are that. All right, except for a fucking wolf. That's what all dogs are, just inbreeding monstrosities. And they don't live long. Their internal bio clock is like 10 years fucking max, if that. So this dog that we had lived to be 16. He was his brain, his body, his chemistry, everything was telling him to fucking die. He wanted to die. He didn't want to be alive. And like this bizarro world grim fucking reaper, my mom just kept him alive at every fucking turn. Like you couldn't fucking, he couldn't die. It was like a Looney Tunes thing. It's like opposite Looney Tunes, where this dog was constantly just trying to fucking die, like running out into traffic, and then all the cars stop and somebody picks him up and he's like, oh dang, it didn't work again. Like, it is the saddest. I guarantee the person in this whole thing that's the saddest is this fucking poodle, because he's living in fucking hell. He's living in a prison, and he just wants to fucking die. He can't see, he can't fucking hear. The only thing he has in his life is wet, disgusting fucking dog food that he looks forward to once a day. And here comes fucking Sanctuary out of the sky. Please take me. And the hawk's like, nah, you probably taste bad. Oh my God. Next up on our news list, gravity is a bitch. If that doesn't ring true to every living thing, a self-styled daredevil who believed Earth is flat dies after California rocket crash. Does anybody really care? This article, I'm sure you've heard about this article. Maybe Grant and Jeff and Nelly. Because this article is fucking everywhere, because everyone who isn't a flat earther was just waiting for this shit. They've been waiting, because this guy has announced that he was going to do this. And I'm not even going to read the article. I'm pretty sure he's done it already before, and it didn't go so great. So now that's just like his next stunt. We're all just fucking waiting. Also, with the double meaning of gravity's a bitch, there's only one way gravity fucking works. Right? And that's on a fucking sphere. Spherically. Okay? Jesus fucking Christ, come on. Wake up, flat earthers. Wake up. Wake up. Let's just read it. Let's just see what it says, okay? Let's just for shits and fun time. God, a colleague and witness say a colleague. This guy was fucking employed. Or was it like his own company, that he owned his own company, and this guy was like, we're going to prove the world's flat. This Flat Earth Incorporated. A colleague and a witness say a self-styled daredevil died Saturday after a rocket in which he launched himself crashed into the ground. The Daily Press of Victorville reports that Mad Mike Hughes, hey, I wonder if he's related, died after the homemade rocket crashed on private property at Barstow I don't need to know the time. Doesn't matter. 64, lived to be 64 years old. 64 fucking years you spend on this sphere, spinning around another fucking sphere, which is the fucking sun, and you still hasn't fucking clicked that this shit is round. That, folks, is what we call mental gymnastics. That is, in the Olympics, that's a 10 out of 10, perfect form, mental gymnastics. To be able to ignore all complete rationale. That's got to be like the oldest flat earther I've heard of. I've seen videos and shit of flat earthers. They're like 20s, 30s, the latest. Because at some point, when you spend enough time spinning around the fucking sun, it clicks. Jesus fucking Christ. You know, there are people that didn't even have fucking telescopes. They didn't even have a way to know that the earth was fucking round, yet they knew the fucking earth was round. I mean, there was obviously more flat earthers back then, but there was dudes that figured it out. They figured it out. Oh, man. Next up. This is food stuff. I don't know what that means. I don't remember pulling this article. This is our last article. We're going to wrap this up. We're going to get you guys out of here. I know you're waiting to get out. I don't know you're probably driving to work or driving somewhere. That's what I always assume. Florida hospital worker accused of licking patient's toes says he's innocent. Yeah, I licked her toes. But there ain't no law that say I can't lick her toes. Yes, I licked her toes. Show me where it says I can't lick toes. Show me where it says it. There's no law. There's no commandment. Thou shalt not licketh thy neighbor's toes. Show me where it says. God damn it. Show me where it says. Well, now there's going to be a law, sir. Well, now there is. All it takes is somebody sucking toes for there to be a sign. Wherever he sucked toes, there now will be a sign that says, please don't suck the fucking toes. It's people like you that make weird fucking signs appear in our world. A Florida man who was arrested this week after reportedly licking a patient's toes while working at a hospital says he didn't do it. I didn't do it. I didn't. Well, then who the fuck did it? She can't lick her own damn toes. Jail records show France Beldorin, 23, of Lehigh Acres, was charged with battery. That's not battery. On a person 65 years of age or older. There's a separate fucking specification for 65 or older. No. You ain't just beating someone's ass. You beat someone's ass at 65 or older. Now you're really going to get the clink. I didn't know that. That's interesting. That is very interesting. What if it's like a really jacked fucking... We did an article of that lady where somebody broke into her house and she was like a power lifter and she was in her 70s. What if you beat that lady up? That's a silly law. That's a silly, silly law. Why is it special? Why are they special? Why doesn't everyone just get treated like if you beat up anybody? If you beat up it doesn't matter how fucking old or young you are. If you beat up you should get the same fucking punishment. And it should be punishment. Like, why is it special? As soon as I turn fucking 66, I am starting shit. I am gonna go to McDonald's. I'm gonna get the fucking cashier to smack me in the face. Whatever I can do, because it's battery on a person 65 years or older of age. Ah, you can do 10 to 20, motherfucker. Let's see what he says. Battery, also battery. I sucked her toes. That's battery, sir. Come on, man. What if you got a dog lick your toes? You're going to send your dog off to fucking dog prison for licking your toes? That ain't battery. That's not battery. It's toe sucking. Beldorin said a mishap with his phone led to a misunderstanding. All right. I'm listening. All right, Beldorin. I'm listening. He said he dropped his phone under the patient's bed. Okay. Things happen. And ended up touching the patient while trying to get it. Okay, I'm going to need you to explain a little more. It's a dark room with a dark male at the foot of her bed. Don't know what she's like, but I'm not trying to do that with you. That was him, Baldorin said. The patient has accused the man of licking 3 times. 3 fucking times. It felt wet in between my toes, according to the patient. What? Baldorin said the incident has cost him his job, and he hopes to clear the reputation before he has his life ruined. This is really fucking weird. What if she? I'm gonna pull it back just for a second. If she's in the hospital, maybe she just got a surgery and she was on anesthesia, because anesthesia does make you hallucinate. In fact, that's why you're not allowed to get anesthesia more than like a couple times back to back, because it can make you fucking lose your screws. It just you especially if it could exacerbate your like Alzheimer's and shit. Like, it can really fuck you up. I know there's other opportunities, but there won't be if I get hit with this felony for sucking toes. Come on, Jesus. Let's pray for Beldorin. Even if he sucked those toes, this should not be a goddamn felony. Even if he sucked the toes, he should not be slapped with the felony. I'm going to make some shirts, and we're going to wear them. $1,500 bond. You can check out all of these articles in the show notes. You can read them for yourself. I put them in show notes. And, thanks for joining for the news. That was pretty quick, huh?
as a quick soda. Like I said, it was a road soda shot. Nice and quick. I think we learned on this episode that dogs aren't meant to live too long. And we learned that Justin is a fucking saint. An angel. And he'll be back next week. We got great shows. Next week will be episode 130. That's pretty exciting. So I look forward to it. Look forward to seeing you guys next week. Hearing from you. Be sure to write into the show if you want to, guys. It's Road Soda Mail. If you really, I'm not telling you to, but if you want to, you could write in. roadsodamail@gmail.com. You can send me your news, articles that you find, or you can, send suggestions for the book club or the arcade, whatever you want. Or just topic suggestions in general, guys. It's, be a part of the show. It's okay. And you can also call in and leave a message at 706-200-1213. Again, that's 706-200-1213. You call, leave a message. And we'll catch you next week, guys. We'll catch you next Friday. I hope this little shot here holds you over. Remember, go to bed early, and we'll catch you next week.